Hello, and welcome to Outside the Doghouse. I'm Bill Thomas.
And I'm Ross McNamara.
We're here to talk about what's been going on the past week with the collegiate baseball team, the summer baseball team that's playing over at historic Dawg Field, the Wachusett Dawgs. Ross, what's been going on with the team the past week? What's the future hold? And just give us a little insight of what's happened recently.
Well, we got off to a good start. We beat Pittsfield 10-0, a team we had lost to twice previously, so that was great. But following that, we went to 5 straight losses. We're in a stretch of 24 straight games, but Monday night we got rained out, so it was good to be able to rest some of our pitchers, because with the pitch count league, pitchers can only pitch so often after throwing so many pitches, and when you have so many games in a row, you're pitching to people every night, you start to run short on depth, and so having that off day I think will really help the team.
I know you talk about it's a pitch count league, a wooden bat league, some restrictions, pitch count of 100 pitches, and that can add up quite rapidly, and you're talking 4th, 5th inning, 6th inning sometimes, and now you're looking to get into your bullpen. How is that stressing the pitching staff overall? What do you see there?
I think that sometimes it's tough for them, because I know sometimes they feel like they can pitch. Like last Sunday in Old Orchard, our starting pitcher, he had a very rough 3rd inning and a rough 4th inning, and all of a sudden he was in the 4th inning and he was up to 101 pitches, and you can't start a new batter after, I believe, 95, and so he had to come out of the game. And we had pitchers on our bench that were ready and willing to pitch. They felt good, they felt they could give some solid innings, but because of the pitch count rule, they weren't able to throw.
I see that on Monday night, you guys made a roster move. You've added a pitcher or two, Mike McGinnis. He's from Wheaton College, and he played with a teammate, Dan Gosofsky, who's a catcher on the team. And are you looking to sign other pitchers? You're always out there looking for recommendations. How is the roster going to evolve to kind of meet your pitching needs, especially?
Yeah, well, we have roster spots, and with this long stretch that we're in, we need pitchers. And so adding Mike McGinnis, Dan Gosofsky's battery mate at Wheaton, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good for both of them, him to throw to Dan, because they were battery mates, and he knows how to catch them. We also added Joe Saya from Suffolk University over the weekend, and Ty Sterner, who's always been on our roster. He came for the first time this weekend. He was taking summer class at URI, so it's good to have him on the team. So that was adding some depth for the roster.
So pitching is basically your #1 priority. I know Manager Green, who's with us here today, also has been searching up and down his roster looking for players that have pitched in the past, and so I guess your pitching is kind of ever evolving.
Yes, we have our core of players, the batters. Generally, we have close to the same starting 9 every night, but the pitching, with the pitch count rule, we have to substitute in new people every game, and because of that, we're always looking for new people.
And how are you coping with injuries? I know the shortstop, Shane Ketty, I believe, had a wrist injury last week, and we saw the catcher take a ball off his fingers, and he had to come out of the game. How do you juggle your injuries on your roster too? You just kind of play through them? That'll
probably be better coach for Manager Green over here. But yeah, we're playing through it. Ketty missed about a week. Hopefully we'll have him back soon. I know Ross Julian, who was a guest last week, is having some shoulder issues. He had an MRI. When he's been playing right now, he'll have to have surgery soon, but hopefully we can have him for a little bit longer.
Looking at the standings, and you guys have struggled the last week. You're down at the bottom of the standings, 9-team league. I know the goal is to get up to 500. It seems to be where everybody's settling in the 500 range. North Shore Navigators are 10-3. Second place, Nashua Silver Knights are 8-5, but then you're looking at 6-5, 7-7, 7-7, 6-6, 5-6. So even though at the bottom we find the Wachusett Dawgs at 4-11, you're not that far out of a playoff spot.
No, 4 teams make the playoffs. Our goal is just to get there, get to the playoffs. If we don't catch North Shore at the top, that's all right. If we can catch the 4th seed, that's just a few games ahead of us right now. That's all we're looking to do. Just get to the playoffs, and at that point, hopefully we're all healthy and use the talent we have to try to make some magic.
I know you have some upcoming games in the next week. You're playing Torrington twice in 4 days, and that's one of the teams that are right there in the middle. So hopefully you can gain some ground on those teams in the middle and get yourself back up into the playoff race.
Yeah, Torrington was our last win on Tuesday night. We beat them 10-0. We Joe Swindles got the win for us. He was his first start of the season, and he pitched the shutout in the 6th innings, I believe he pitched, so that was great. So hopefully we can capitalize on that win and get a couple wins against Torrington and try to catch them in the standings.
The 24 games in 24 days. You had you're hoping for a rain out every now and then to kind of build in that day off that everybody can catch their breath.
Yeah, we're lucky to have that one last Monday, and we're hoping to maybe get 1 or 2 coming up soon.
Now, being such a short season, how are you going to deal with the rainouts? You're going to end up playing a doubleheader, a future game when that team visits us. We're going to end up having to do some rescheduling.
Yes, there's so many games in so few days that the players only have so many off days, and so we're not going to reschedule on their off days. That way, they're able to have their off days, and so if the games will either be rescheduled for a doubleheader, or they won't be rescheduled at all.
All right, now let's move on to. We have a couple of guests here today. We have pitcher Dawg. Sitting in the purple shirt here to the left of the manager, Mike Green. Mike, let's talk with you first. First year coaching in this league, the Futures Collegiate Baseball League. I know you've coached other summer ball. How does this compare to the summer ball that you've coached in the past?
It's pretty similar. The team in the league in Canada, the WNBL, was the best league they had up there. It was their version of Cape Cod, and it was just different because it didn't have to be college players. It was 90% college players, but we had a couple of kids that were released from independent ball. Some guys who played Double-A a couple years ago. A couple more 23 and 24-year-olds were in there, but the talent was pretty similar, and the stadiums and the attendance and everything was pretty close to this.
Now you coach baseball in Michigan during the regular baseball season. So when you're looking to do something in the summer, are you looking to stay close to where your coaching roots are presently, or are you just pretty much open to any and all offers and trying to see different how baseball is played in different parts of the country? I know baseball is baseball. Your first chance to come back to New England. Were you looking forward to this, or just another opportunity?
It was another opportunity, and I was born here and hadn't seen this area, so it kind of something I can come out and coach baseball and see where I was born, and hadn't seen this part of the country, and so I've got to see a lot of things and a lot of different places that I wouldn't have seen before, and it's a good group of guys, and it's fun. I don't know if I'm gonna do summer too many years. I said when I became a head coach in college, I was not gonna coach summer anymore, but I took this one a while ago, and it's working out.
Did Ross get you on the phone? Did he talk you into it, Ross? Did you recruit Mike, or how did it come about?
I didn't know, but when I found out that he was actually born in Northampton, we were kind of able to talk with the area because I go to UMass and Amherst, and so we went to some similar sites and similar locations.
Have you killed any lobsters yet? I know we joked about you had your first fried dough. We were at a game this past week, and I know you're trying to experience some of the New England culture, and lobster is big around here. So you getting your fill of that type of stuff?
I had a lobster sandwich, and I had my first fried dough, which was like a giant cinnamon toast or whatever. I had those two things. I wanted to get I saw the fried dough, and I didn't know what it was, and everybody thought I was some weirdo because I didn't know what fried dough was.
What do I do with this big thing? It looks like a pizza with no dough, no sauce.
It was good, but
cheese.
boy, that's a lot of calories there. But
oh, you're worried about calories now?
Not really.
We're also joined by Dawg. Derek, you are a junior at the University of New Haven. I know we talked before you came on about your love of sports. In high school, you played basketball, you played football, baseball. What led you to baseball, and why is that your choice?
Primarily, I was going for the football look because the games under the lights, the intensity, it's so much better than baseball. And then I tore my ACL, so that kind of shot down some of the big time schools I had to come let me play for them. And then senior year, I was throwing some gas, and then I decided to go with the baseball route, since it was a lot easier on the legs too.
So being a big boy, they saw some potential with you on the mound, just kind of bringing it, that imposing figure, and you were steered towards pitching, or do you play any other defensive positions in baseball?
Every time I wasn't pitching, I was a shortstop.
Shortstop.
Yeah.
In the Cal Ripken mode, a big shortstop that can get it across the diamond?
Yeah, me and my buddy rotated. One game he would pitch, I'd play short, and then when I pitched, he played short. So it kind of worked out that way. I mean, I get underestimated because I'm 6'4".
Yeah,
260.
I bet you don't get, you throw somebody a high, tight one, they're not looking to charge the mound either, so you feel pretty secure out there?
Yeah, I'm waiting for that day.
You're looking forward to it. That's kind of funny. I hope we don't see that because I'm sure the manager will be right out there. I know, Mike, you love to defend your players, and we've seen you get into it with a couple of umpires already, so are you looking forward to that day you got to get out there and kind of pull Derek off somebody?
Pull him off somebody.
That's probably what's going to happen. I'm sure he's going to be on top of the pile.
I don't think anything will help.
Yeah, probably not. But you might want to say, right, you got to look out for the other players.
I'll
too.
find somebody, yeah.
You'll find somebody to square off. The smallest coach or manager on the other team, so you can be on top of him too, or you're going to go right for the big guy?
I'll go for the big coach.
Go for the
head coach.
Go for the head coach. Is that how it works out? The catches square, like in hockey,
kinda.
the goalies square off. You know, the managers square off. The pitchers, they kind of pick each other up.
Most times they grab each other's shirt. Nothing really happens, but
it turns into a dance.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of really good ones though.
Speaking of dancing, Derek, you know, we do a lot of between inning promotions, and a lot of it has to do with music. We do the chicken dance, the cha-cha, the Macarena. I see you frequently popping out of the dugout, and you're out on the field. It looks like you're just having fun with it. Is that really what it's all about?
Yeah, I mean, it's summer ball. Have fun. I mean, it comes natural, so why not show off your moves?
Dancing comes natural, so you're not a trained ballroom dancer? Are we going to see some of that from you eventually? Or should we change up our between inning promotions?
You know, maybe by the end of the year. See what happens.
What are your future goals in school? What are you taking at the University of New Haven? And I'm sure everybody said, well, I want to play professional baseball. But realistically, what are you looking for your future?
You know, I'm studying sports management, so I want to carry that out. And eventually, I'm going to go back to Central Connecticut State University and finish my degree in phys ed, so I could do some physical education at my old high school and possibly be a football and baseball head coach.
Nice.
That sounds like you've got your future planned out well, and you want to return to your roots. Is that what you're looking at, where you grew up?
Yeah, if it's available, I would love to go back, but anywhere you can get a job these days is where you can take.
Now, a lot of that's tied into teaching. Are you looking to get into teaching somehow through the physical education department and then work your way into the coaching and the management department of the sports departments?
Yeah, definitely. I think I love education. I started off as a math educator, but it didn't work out. So I wanted to stay in the school system. You know, you get the summers off. It's a great job to get involved with. So.
Ross, were you involved in Derek coming to the team? You know, you got any insight about Derek? Something that maybe the fans out there would like to know about? Maybe a little bit of past history and how he's doing?
Don't know too much about him. I do know that you were in drama and plays in high school. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, my sophomore year in high school, they were looking for some big guys to be in the, what was it, that movie of where the big plant is eating things. It's like Sound of Horrors.
So, Little Shop of Horrors?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like one of the agents, you know, I kind of just appeared here and there. And then I got more involved because, you know what, it was a different side, it was fun. So I did a new play that one of the fellow students wrote the next year. They gave me a line. And then my senior year, I was the head Winky in The Wizard of Oz. So I had a couple of lines, I enjoyed it.
What?
A Winky, some green dude. So you know
This is a family show, Mike.
I don't know what the head Winky is.
So I had fun with it, you know. It was a great experience. Definitely involved me in other things that I never thought I would be in.
And Ross, you got any stats? How's Derek doing so far on the mound?
Derek's doing good. He picked up a nice win for us against the Torrington Titans. So we're hoping to maybe have him throw when we face them again this upcoming week. He went 5 innings, only 4 hits were allowed and 2 earned runs. It was a great performance.
It sounds like the team could use some more of that. Do you prefer to start, close, or do you just want to be out on the mound?
I just love to be out on the mound. I love to start because you'd like to get in that groove and then help your team towards, especially the bullpen. But hey, it's being a starter or a closer. you gotta have that mentality. It's always fun.
Do you thrive on the pressure? I know closing is just, it takes a special mentality. It's not something everybody can do. And you come in usually trying to put out somebody else's fire, or it's a close one-run game. You know, you guys have been involved in a couple of one-run wins where it came right down to bases loaded, 2 outs, and you know, you got to make that last out, or all of a sudden, because you're the last one out there, people look at you as being the reason why the team lost. You know, that used to drive me crazy in youth sports where you could lose 15-14, whoever makes the last error, that's the reason the team lost. But do you like that kind of pressure?
Definitely. It's what I thrive for. Especially if there's a big crowd, and then if you're at their place and you just quiet down. It's just the greatest feeling.
That's good. I mean, yeah, I mean, it takes a special person to be able to do that, absolutely. Back to you, Mike. You've been successful in your coaching college career, a couple of 20-win seasons, been to some playoffs. Have you made it through to the World Series in the levels of college